Welcome to this edition of FM On Demand. I'm your host, Mike Bizalka. Today I'm speaking with Shawn Hoch, Senior Director of Dining and Hospitality Services at North Carolina State University. He's joining us today to talk about what's new in campus dining at NC State this fall. Shawn, thanks for joining us today. Let me start with the Atrium dining venue. I understand there will be a new Empanada station there that will be a college debut for the operator. Tell me about that.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. We were looking for a more diverse food offering and trying to find a partner for a particular need in space. And we found a local vendor, Make Us Empanadas, that was a good fit. It's a relatively small footprint, not a lot of equipment. We really liked also that empanadas are very portable and a lot of high octane flavor, and they were able to cover a lot of diverse flavors and vegan, vegetarian, and other dietary needs. So we're really excited about it. They're very popular here in Raleigh, and so we look forward to that partnership.
I understand another new thing will be a new coffee shop called Elements. Tell me about that.
So Elements Cafe was a partnership with the College of Natural Resources. It's a self-branded concept. It's in a space that for a long time has really been kind of a food desert. And we found kind of the right fit and partnership that works for the college, works for the campus, and works for dining. So we're looking at this kind of more of not just a traditional cafe, more of as a hybridized, almost marketplace. So a lot more, coffee and an extensive sandwich salad, snack packs, a little more upscale, but a bigger variety. We also have a large residential population just across the street off of Main Road, which makes it really hard for students to get to main campus to fully utilize their meal plan. So I think this will be a really successful venture for us.
Sounds like a very convenient thing. So what else is new in terms of new dining venues this fall there?
So this summer we decided to flip a underperforming concept in the Atrium, and we're doing a gourmet burger concept called Union 51. The Atrium was the site of our original student union, developed in 1951, so hence the name. So this was an in-house developed a brand. So our team came together and quickly put this together. So couldn't be more proud of their efforts to do this. But it's a fairly simple menu. This part of the Atrium is going to be mobile ordering only. So we needed something quick. This space is also really line management into the space is very congested, and we could potentially see up to 1,000 people an hour into this retail in the food court. So we need people to be able to get in and out and grab their food fairly quickly. So it's a fairly small menu, but it's for really indulgent gourmet burgers. So we're really excited about it. Kind of a smash style burger, but also with some gourmet flavors. So so we got a couple starting menu, but we also got some ideas in the future to build on that.
Now, burgers are always popular on college campuses. What about the meal plan? Any changes there or additions to meal plan options this year?
So we kind of simplified the freshman meal plan requirement this year. We auto-enrolled freshmen into our flex plan, which on average about 60 to 70% of our freshmen are taking that plan anyways. So it reduced a lot of confusion. And so far we've gotten a lot of really good feedback by auto-enrolling this plan. But it still allows the students and their families to essentially buy up or buy down into the other required plans. And so it's simplifying it, and it's made it a lot easier, a lot less processes on our part, and just a lot less questions that we're seeing from parents and families. Also, we're added a Commuter Plus plan earlier this year, but it's really going to debut this fall. So it's we have a significant amount of off-campus housing that's been built over the last couple of years across from campus. So we're trying to target that population. So it's a little more in our commuter plan, which is more of a deducting balance discounted dollar plan. And now it's more of it's a hybrid. So you can buy the basic commuter plan or the plus, which has also swipes included in it. And so so far that's been, we're seeing quite a few people buy into that program as well.
You had mentioned mobile ordering earlier. That certainly got a huge boost on college campuses over the last year and a half with the pandemic. How much of that experience do you expect to affect the mobile ordering rates and how students order this fall and going forward?
Yeah, so it was a very successful change for us this last year with our partner Grubhub. We've had to make a lot of changes on the fly. Really think outside the box and make a lot of changes, even concepts that we would have never thought of that we would be using Grubhub in, and it's been a great solution for us. So for our meal plan holders, we're going all in on mobile. We found, and there's always going to be setbacks like, well, I didn't want to or whatnot, but as they've gotten used to it, they downloaded it and worked it into their day. The students love it, and they've been very satisfied with it because if you think about it, at the end of the day, they get a bunch of time back, and they can, for the most part, set a watch to when their order's, ready for pickup. When it's notified, they go pick it up and they go do what's more important to them. So whether it's studying or hanging out with their friends, and also it's reducing congestion in the lines, and trying to help, create social distancing and keep people safe. So we're also piloting kiosks for the first time this year. Then also we're looking at leveraging mobile ordering in different ways. During, these staff challenges, we've had to think differently. There's been times where we've been able to consolidate 3 concepts down to 1, kind of using the ghost kitchen model. And so they see 3 virtual restaurants, but we're producing it out of 1 kitchen and servicing out, or picking up out of 1 service point. And it's actually worked pretty well. So we're working on how to continue to adapt that. We've also piloted express locations, non-traditional like marketplaces or parts around campus. If you can set up a printer, you can pick it up pretty much anywhere we need to. So if we need to shift businesses, certain parts of campus to either reduce line congestion or meet guests or customers where they need to be, it's giving us a lot of that flexibility. And also even like sit-down restaurants. One of semi-popular restaurant for us, 1887 Bistro. It was kind of a loss leader for us, but it was a high satisfaction for the campus. But we opened that this last year to mobile ordering, and we were doing greater business with a reduced population than we would normally doing it full open. So we really learned a lot about how do we maintain going forward a sit-down restaurant and be able to offer mobile ordering. So we think we got a hybrid that we can make it work and make that concept really profitable. So this year's really forced us to be innovative and creative and solve some long-standing challenges for us and provide some really good solutions that would probably normally taken us like 5 years to develop. We did it in a year. So really proud of the adaptation our team's made to create these solutions, and look forward to kind of building on these the next year.
Well, given all those changes that are coming forward, how much of a return to quote unquote normal do you really expect this fall and through the school year?
Well, I think it's kind of what's going to be the new normal. And, this may be, evolving our business for not just this next year, but years to come. So, this year we're intending on fully opening. Last year we, shut down twice, and we're fully committed to being here. And I think we have really good systems in place. And we're expecting a record freshman class. So that's really good to see. Our meal plan numbers are on track to be stronger than we expected. Mm-hmm. We're going to be at full capacity, and we're also reintroducing full self-service and trying to get back to relatively normal experience for residential dining that our students have come to expect over the, starting doing special events and theme events. Retail, we've hybridized or streamlined our menus to support mobile ordering, and And masks, we just recently actually started this week. Masks will be required for all buildings. And obviously, you know, they can remove them for while they're consuming food, but we kind of expected that. So, and I think our last and biggest challenge is staffing. It's huge. And all the plans that we're trying to have and the innovations we're trying to do, staffing is going to be kind of the greatest, roadblock in making those happen. So we're trying to adapt and pivot where appropriate with, obviously starting with the least impacts that the guests notice, but it is a serious problem. And, we're hiring a lot more students than we ever have, but we're also getting very creative with our operations, whether it's the menuing or service styles and so on. So.
Well, certainly it will be an interesting year. All the best, Shawn, for the coming year. And thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for your time, Mike. Appreciate it.